Okay, so now we're going to be using the vertical line test. The vertical line test allows to verify if a graph represents a function. So when we have a function, a vertical line intercepts the graph at only one place, right? Okay, so if we have a graph that does not represent a function, then a vertical line will intercept the graph at more than one place. So remember that in all functions, the output variable is called the dependent variable. Okay? And it's called the dependent variable because depends on the input. The input is called the independent. Independent. Okay? Now, the collection of all the inputs is what we call the domain of the function. Okay, so that's the domain of the function. And the values that correspond to the domain, so the output values that correspond to the domain represent the range of the function. Now, we have a domain and a range. We have values that make practical sense in the context of the problem. Those values make up what we call the practical domain and the practical range. Okay? So right here we have an example. We have a person that earns $350 and makes a commission of 2% for the total sales in a week. So in this particular situation, we have that the input is the amount of money that this person sells. So the input is the amount of money, the money in sales. And the output is the salary, right? So the output is the amount of money that this person makes per week, the weekly salary, okay? So in this particular situation, the input is the sales. Let me write it right here, sales. And the output is weekly salary. Weekly salary. So we can choose variables for to represent the sales and the weekly salary. So if we represent the sales with S and the weekly salary by a W, we will know that the independent variable is S, right? The independent variable is S, and the dependent variable is W, the weekly salary. So W is the dependent variable, depends on S. Okay? So the equation, of course, is given by 350 plus 2% of the salary. And this is the table that I obtain when I give inputs of 0 to 10,000. I'm going to go by 2,000. So the output is the salary. So this is my salary. Okay? And this thing right here, my input, is my sales. Okay? So let's answer the question, what is the practical domain and what is the practical range? So the practical domain is given by the numbers that make sense in this particular example. So in this particular example, my domain is given by numbers between 0 and 10,000, right? There are many answers for the practical domain, but I can say that my domain, my sales, S is between two numbers, is between 0, right, and 10,000. Okay, my practical range, remember that range is W, right? So my practical range is given, let's look at the range. The range is given between numbers between 350 and 550. So the practical range is between 350, this number right here, and 550. Remember that you have to use the less or equal sign to represent these sets. Okay? So you need to go to the next page of the activity, and we will proceed to finish the activity. Okay? Thank you.